Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at working out modes using the derivative method. It's really important that you already know how to calculate modes using the parallel method, so if you haven't done that, please go back and watch that video. Alright, so the derivative method. The main points to take away from this is that each mode, no matter what it is, whether it's A flat Phrygian, F sharp Ionian, D Dorian, whatever, any mode, anywhere, always comes from an existing major scale. Okay, and the scale that it comes from, or the scale that it's derived from, is sometimes called its parent key. We'll get back to that point a little bit later, but the first point, every single mode anywhere comes from a major scale. Okay, let's look at why. Here I've written the F major scale, okay, and I've numbered each scale degree, or I've numbered every note of the scale, and I've also attached a mode to each number. Okay, my reason for doing that is that if I was playing the F major scale and I started and ended on the first note, just like I do with normal major scales, then that would produce the sound of an Ionian mode. Okay, if I was playing the F major scale but I started and ended on the second note, in which case, or in this case, which is G, I would produce a G Dorian scale. Okay, and so on and so forth. One more example, if I was playing the F major scale, but I started and ended on the note A, or the third note, that would sound like a Phrygian mode. Okay, that would give me the Phrygian sound, so I would be playing a Phrygian. Okay, and so on and so forth. This gives me the order of modes. Okay, so we can see we've got first note Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. An acronym to help us remember the order of modes, okay, is I don't particularly like modes a lot. Okay, the I for Ionian, D for Dorian, P for Phrygian, L for Lydian, M for Mixolydian, A for Aeolian, L for Locrian, and then we're back to Ionian again. So to kind of rephrase all that, or to recap what we just talked about, it's important to know that every single mode always comes from a major scale. Okay, and depending on which note you start that major scale, you'll produce the sound of a particular mode. Like I said before, if I'm playing the F major scale and I begin and end on the first note, I'll play F Ionian. If I'm playing the G, or if I'm playing the F major scale and I begin and end on G, I will produce the sound of G Dorian. Okay, if I'm playing the F major scale and I begin and end on the third note, which is A, then I will be producing the sound of A Phrygian. So that is how each mode technically comes from a major scale. Alright, so how is that useful at all? What can we do with that? Okay, well, the scale, or the major scale that these modes are derived from, is sometimes referred to as the parent key. Okay, for example, the C Lydian mode is the same as the G major scale. Okay, because if I look at the notes of C Lydian, I can see I've got an F sharp and everything else is natural. That's exactly the same as the key signature of G major. Okay, why is that so? Well, if I was to take the G major scale, we're looking at Lydian. So what mode is Lydian? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Lydian's the fourth mode. If I was to take G major and begin on the fourth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a C. Okay, I would continue to play G major until I reach the next C. And that would give me the sound of C Lydian. Okay, let's try another example. D Dorian. Okay, I've written that out. It's right here. D Dorian mode has the same key signature as C major. Okay, there are no sharps or flats. Okay, there are no sharps or flats. which is the same as the C major scale. Okay, if I look back at my order of modes, the second mode is Dorian. Okay, therefore, if I play my C major on my C major scale from the second note and finish on the second note, I'll be producing the sound of D Dorian.